So, you're going through a spiritual awakening, huh? Maybe you've had a big experience inside of yourself, or perhaps, this is a bit more of a slow burner in you. But nonetheless, things are changing inside of you. Now, there are three things you need to know after a spiritual awakening, and three things you need to do and cultivate inside of yourself. So, we're going to have a look at these today. So, the first thing after a spiritual awakening that you're going to have to do is find a practice. You're going to have to commit to sadhana. Sadhana just means your daily spiritual practice to bring about the highest aliveness and intensity of energy in you to shift the trajectory of your life so that you become the highest possibility of yourself that you can. This will bring its own success, however you define success. But it's very, very important that you do the sadhana to strengthen the nervous system so that you're one powerful guy and that you can use power in the right way, and so that we can also heal some of these things, these lingering things, these negative self-doubts, these negative egoic tendencies like guilt, shame, all of this. This can't come with you where you're going. And so if you want to access the best sadhana I have ever found, and that I've only ever used this, and it works, it's fantastic, it's brought me to where I am today, you can sign up for the Freedom Blueprint. It's free to apply. The course itself requires investment from you and from me too. It's a two-way match. This is for the person who's really ready to take the next step on the journey. Maybe they've done a little bit of DIY work on themselves, but then they want some structure, and they've tried and tested, battle-tested practices that really work, and they want to get it from the right place, from somebody who's qualified to give it to them. So you can apply for that down below. Of course, there's also some free offerings down there as well for those people that aren't quite ready to invest in themselves. So that's the first thing. You're going to have to find some sadhana, because it just works. It will shift and change your life completely. In a few months, you will be unrecognizable. If you don't do the sadhana, however, things will stay the same. I've seen this in people. Some people have a big blast of Kundalini or a big blast of Shakti through the system, and they don't do any consistent sadhana, and they stay the same. And this is the biggest upset for me to see, because it's like, wow, what a waste of all of your potential. What a waste, huh? Oh, but everybody has their own personal choice. I got lucky. I knew that I had to do something, and I had to go and speak to somebody who knew what they were talking about, and so I did, and now I'm here, having learned everything that I could from them, and of course I'm still learning. The second thing is you're going to want to find a teacher. Yeah, because it seems like this stuff needs to come, at least from the first instance, from the outside world into us. I don't know where I would be today without my teacher. I certainly wouldn't be here. I certainly wouldn't have absorbed as much wisdom as I have in me. It just wouldn't have happened. I'd have been lost. A spiritual awakening experience is no mean feat, like something big has happened in you. Your life is changing. So you need to find somebody who knows what they're doing, isn't it, to assist you and to help you along that process in the proper way. And so you're going to have to find a teacher. And usually what's the saying? The saying is, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And that might come in the form of many different things, It could even come in the form of a dog, a person, some YouTube videos, and that's great until you're ready to really concretize that and find a teacher and stay with them so that you can absorb their teachings for an extended period of time. This is the best way. The final thing, and I get that this video is going to be a little bit shorter than the normal, but the final thing that you will have to do, and maybe I've done these in the wrong order, because maybe it should be this one first, then teacher, then sadhana, because they all come as one package. But one word of advice: if you're going to approach a teacher, you're going to have to develop, and this is the third thing, humility. We're going to have to admit to ourselves, I think this person might have a better way than me, and so I need to stay open to what they're saying. isn't it? Not necessarily agreeing instantly, not necessarily disagreeing, just staying open. It's that openness that allows the teachings from the teacher to penetrate us in the right way so that we can then use it and grow from that. If we reject a teaching, we can't use it, isn't it? If we overly agree with it, we probably haven't heard it. We're just going, yeah, I know that, when really we don't, because our life experience is showing us that we don't know that thing that the teacher's saying, because we're not living it yet, we're not experiencing it yet. And so humility is something definitely to be cultivated. It's not saying I'm less than the teacher, it's not that at all. It's saying I have a right to be here, and I know that through the experience that I've had. I've found a teacher and this is amazing, and now I'm willing to be molded by the teacher. Not that the teacher actually has the power to do that, but I have to be open and willing to hear what the teacher's saying so that I may mold myself in the right way, in the most powerful way, because the teacher knows what you need to do, isn't it? The teacher's been through it. They know where you need to go. They can feel into where you're at. And so this is what the Freedom Blueprint's about as well. So if you do want to apply for it, I don't want to overkill it, but it's down below and available there for you. Good. Any questions, leave them below. I'd love to hear your comments on any of the stuff that's being said. If you'd love to smash the like button, I'd really appreciate that, because this channel, I don't know why, but the views have taken a bit of a dive, and perhaps that's just a rejigging, as I find more power inside of myself to be able to serve more people. It tends to work like that, isn't it? But if you'd like to help the channel in some way by either liking or commenting and subscribing, that would be really appreciated by me personally. Cool. Yeah, that's it. Lots of love. Namaste.